What happens when the biggest streamer no longer wants to stream anymore? At just 24 years old, Kai Cenat shattered nearly every Twitch record in the book. But right at the peak of his popularity, what Kai did next is even crazier.
Passion to want to do more and create is within me. That is why I quit.
Made his 1.5 and dipped. Well, as a professional pocket watcher, I could just about assure you he made way more than 1.5.
Following his mega viral Mafiathon 3 and streams with basically every A-list celebrity, it was after linking with LeBron when Kai suddenly disappeared off all of our feeds. As it stands today, he has literally not gone live in 8 months, 242 days to be exact. So, like Soulja Boy also wonders, what the f happened to Kai Cenat? Well, it turns out the truth is much deeper than it appears.
I don't usually do this, but I feel like at this event right now is the right time. For the past year, I've had dreams besides streaming to achieve and to pursue. I have dreams one day to become a fashion designer and start my own clothing brand.
When Kai Cenat stood on the stage here last December and announced his dreams of becoming a fashion designer, despite the viral jokes and memes he was met with, back at this point though, no one was aware of just how fast Kai's rebrand was actually coming. And more importantly, what it was about to cost him.
I had to take it serious. It's clothes. Like, you gotta indulge in it as much as possible. That's why I had to take a step back from streaming to, do what I gotta do.
So this is the next step to your career.
Yes.
For the most followed streamer on the planet to say that they quit and step away for months left us with so many questions. Clearly there was more going on behind the scenes. However, before we dig into the truth behind his new clothing brand, Vivet, and before I answer when or if Kai Cenat will ever go live on Twitch again, first we need to understand exactly what led to this risky decision. After discovering what many will call his infinite money glitch, gaining 1 million monthly paying subscribers and then not touching the live button, as of this video, Kai Cenat's live stream was on September 30th, 2025, when he enlisted the help of LeBron James to cut off his dreads. A sentence which would have sounded impossible to this 16-year-old kid back when he started making content.
I know a lot of y'all been asking me, Kai, where's your YouTube channel? I got one thing to say. Welcome to my YouTube channel!
In 2021, after dropping out of college, Kai Cenat then decided to try his hand at this other platform called Twitch. And before you knew it, Kai's high-energy personality quickly proved a perfect fit for live streaming.
Girl, I'm gonna say all girls are cute. Like, that's not even, accurate.
With an impressive ability to entertain a live audience for hours, Kai's come-up also came at the perfect time. With the entire streaming industry exploding, everywhere you looked you'd see a viral clip of these guys. That was, at least right before Kai claimed that he now quit. But again, whether you liked him or not, for a streamer, Kai's motion was insane.
Tonight, charges filed against a social media star for allegedly sparking a massive riot in Manhattan's Union Square, leading to 65 arrests and multiple injuries.
If you ask some users online, they'll tell you that Kai has simply accomplished everything there is with streaming already, and so is now burnt out. However, while that may be part of it, there's actually way more to it. In 2023, Kai Cenat officially inked a new contract with United Talent, who's one of the most premier talent agencies in the game. Home to other top names such as Pokimane, the celebrity guest collabs started pouring in even more frequently, along with new partnerships next to massive brands, including Fortnite and Nike.
You're the first streamer to have a deal with Nike. Nike is not an easy brand to build a relationship with. Look, they're athletic. Right. That's what they do. They want to do something in that space, and you're a streamer.
Bro, when they told me they wanted me to be under Nike as a streamer, I'm like, what?
By the end of 2024, Rolling Stone had named Kai Cenat the #1 most influential creator, and I don't think anyone was arguing, continuing to revolutionize streaming as we knew it. However, just before the year was finished, Kai still had one last special guest to announce on stream.
Let's get to it. I feel like a lot of y'all assume a lot, and y'all may see things that may not be true. Y'all seeing a whole lot of shit and taking it and running with it that may not be true. You gotta respect. You got me, man. I gotta go, man. Why are you so nervous? It's my girl chat.
Okay, what's your favorite thing about Kai?
My favorite thing about him?
Yeah.
Everything. I love everything.
Everything about him?
It's nothing that I don't love.
And you liked him right away?
Yeah.
Love at first sight?
Love at first sight. Everything.
In what would turn into one of Twitch's most talked about romances, according to Kai though, he was happier and more focused than ever thanks to his new girlfriend, TikTok influencer Gabrielle, aka Gigi. Yet, while at first the relationship seemed perfect, exactly 1 year later everything crashed down in flames. And as a result, Kai Cenat has taken his longest streaming break ever. 10 years ago, you would have been laughed out of the room for even suggesting that a live streamer belonged at the Grammys, let alone that you could rent out a real college campus and transform it into something called Streamer University. But again, Kai Cenat totally redefined what it means to stream. However, with that said, despite reaching a level of influence that most creators could only dream of, on September 1st, 2025, Kai Cenat kicked off his third month-long Mafiathon, going on to smash his own previous records thanks to appearances by Kim Kardashian, Ed Sheeran, and Kevin Hart. Before then, Kai's 30-day stream concluded with arguably the greatest athlete in history giving him a haircut.
Oh, we had 1 million viewers!
1 million?
That's the biggest! Ever Mafiathon ever. Ever!
Reality is upon us.
I will see you guys.
Call us dripping off.
When I
Call
see you
us
guys.
dripping off.
Later.
Confirming here to viewers that this would indeed be his third and final Mafiathon event. What fans had no idea though was that Kai's stream on September 30th wasn't just the end of Mafiathon, but again, as of this video, it would be the last time Kai has ever been live. So, did he really hate his new hair so much he went ghost for the next 8 months? Why did Kai Cenat disappear at his peak popularity? Well, obviously his haircut wasn't the reason we stopped seeing him, it was the perfect symbol though for where he went next.
Oh my gosh! You ready? Where my bone at? Where my bone?
Rather than just snipping off his 10-year-long dreads, instead, Kai Cenat was cutting off an entire era of his life in front of millions of people. But right after 30 days straight of non-stop streaming, Kai's next move was to take a well-deserved vacation, traveling across the globe to places like Italy. Although, as we'll see in a sec, Kai was secretly working on his new business idea here this whole time. It was 2 months later in December when his next public appearance arrived, as Kai not only swept more hardware from the 2025 awards, but then had this to say in his speech.
I appreciate everybody who decided to vote for me for this award. One thing I wanted to say to you guys tonight is I hope a lot of creators in here and everybody at home and the viewers and the streamers really take care of your mental health. I just noticed that recently I just been going through things in my head. For the past year, I've had dreams besides streaming to become a fashion designer. Everybody preaches to everybody, be yourself, be yourself, be yourself. But as soon as people get on the internet, they tell you how to be. Thank you.
Declaring his dreams out into the world, and in typical internet fashion, getting met with a lot of hate and response. Yet, while I'm sure people laughed at him too back when he first tried streaming, prior to diving full Virgil Abloh mode though, Kai had more he wanted to say about mental health, sharing this video to his socials on December 16th, which was the day of Kai's 24th birthday.
Hello everybody, I'm currently on my laptop right now, and I appreciate everybody who's been sending me birthday wishes. So I felt like it was the perfect day to be transparent and honest with you guys. A few days ago, I spread awareness on mental health and how important it is to take care of yourself. And honestly, for the past few months, I've been struggling with mental health out of self-doubt and fright of pursuing goals that I really want to achieve. And the reason I've really been in my head is because I just wanted to do more. I've gained to realize that I'm a true creator and I'm very passionate about creating. And I don't know if I'm getting mature or I'm just looking things at a broad point of view, but I am so passionate.
Feeling that he's been struggling with mental health lately and a feeling that he'd never had before, then arrived this series of tweets right before Christmas. I was honestly gonna save what I gotta say for when I'm ready to come back, but right now something is telling me to speak up. I'm not sad, I'm not depressed, but I need to bring awareness to mental health. As I was very consistent in streaming, there were certain times where I realized that I was losing touch of reality. I needed to take a step back and fully reset. I started to realize that I wasn't even spending time with close friends and family behind the scenes as much as I wanted to. I can't imagine the things people are going through on a deeper level, so let me speak up a little louder. I don't care if people look at me as a joke. Anime has always been something I wanted to get myself into, but I never had the time to try and actually watch. Kai continues, but when I did, without me realizing, it was able to take me into another world that I can relate to. I used to think anime was weird, but it helped me build way more courage than I ever had before. For someone with this much influence to speak on the importance of mental health was positive to see. However, did something happen that caused Kai to post all this? Well, only 4 days later came this next tweet. I'm single, I will never be in another relationship again. Kai Cenat tweeted to nearly 70 million views.
I'm single, I'll never be in another relationship again, bro.
Nah, you know why he said that?
Damn, son. Oh, they farming, bro. He's trolling, bro.
Updating the world on his relationship status, although it's not clear to us exactly why or when their breakup went down, it's safe to assume this split played a factor in both Kai's new emphasis on self-care, as well as his absence from streaming. That is, especially after the twisted rumors that started flying. As soon as Kai Cenat announced that he was single, internet investigators got straight to work. But the theory which picked up the most traction was actually all sparked by this DM right here. Appearing to expose Kai's ex Gigi for messaging someone named Kentrell, which is the name of star rapper NBA Youngboy. However, according to Gigi's side of the story, this screenshot is 100% fake. And when it comes to her rumored relationship with Youngboy.
And that's okay. Relationships go through shit. Y'all done came out and said that I done cheated on him with NBA Youngboy. I done cheated on him with Youngboy. Then it went to Youngboy bought the G-Wagon. Then it went to she's pregnant with his baby. So many different things, but I don't even fucking know this man. I don't know Youngboy. First of all, y'all even putting me in a situation with a married man is so fucking disrespectful. I'm not ready for kids, and I'm not dealing with no with kids. I'm sorry. Like, my first has to be your first. Why the fuck would I step out on my boyfriend? Why the fuck would I go mess with a man who has what? I don't know, 20 kids, 15 baby mamas, and a wife?
I left. Now you want to get on the internet and rush to paint a false narrative about me off a fake post is insane. Gigi typed on her story the same day as Kai's tweet. I've never cheated on him, and you know that. I've never dealt with that man, referring here to NBA Youngboy. Play that sympathetic role somewhere else, please. Kai Cenat, a crybaby, act funny with everybody he came up with, and then wonder why he got mental health problems. Chimed in Blueface with his opinion the next day. Stop choosing the fame over real relationships, and you will be okay. If we're being honest, Blueface has no room to talk about relationships. But yet, in one last message to try and put the viral rumors to rest, I just want to say this from my heart, it can be very confusing to see news about me and the people around me that isn't true, said Kai. I've been sharing my life online for a while now, and know that once you share certain aspects of your life with the world, it can be hard to keep things private. There have been rumors and speculations made about my previous relationship and my friends. I want to apologize for not addressing things sooner, but I needed to take a step back from social media and process everything. I wish the best to Gabrielle and asked to please respect both sides.
Yo, Kai, I'm gonna be honest with you, and I love you, but this is where accountability is gonna come forth. I know you are a young black man going through a lot, and I've empathized with you. But I do want to say, your lack of clarity has thrown mad niggas to the wolves.
And what would mark his first major breakup, especially since becoming a star? As a result, rather than forcing that always smiley, high-energy Kai Cenat fans were used to on camera, Kai has ducked into the shadows and laid low. But while some bros go through a gem arc, for example following a tough breakup, instead, Kai has quietly been chasing a totally different kind of transformation. One that would take him from the king of Twitch to now one of the most mocked names in fashion.
Right now I'm just getting to making my own clothing brand.
Okay.
And I really want to learn like the sewing process just to see how.
I'm gonna take this thread and pull it under the sky and under the sky.
In January of 2026, Kai Cenat uploaded this new video titled I Quit. Still the last public upload on his combined 22 million subscriber channels. With the help of a little tactic called clickbait, this 23-minute vlog sets out to show us what Kai has been doing throughout his streaming absence. Or more specifically, what Kai has been creating.
That is why I quit. I quit thinking in my head of the goals I want to achieve and not pursuing them because I'm primarily known for one thing.
Bro thinks he is Kanye. The top comment jokes, dudes cut off their dreads and then suddenly turn into philosophers. But inspired by this chat with his mom by the mountains back in January, Kai officially announced that 2026 is the year when he takes his biggest risk yet, attempting to launch his own clothing brand.
Stepping back from what I'm primarily known for, which is content creation, and pursuing in another goal. One thing I wanted to ask you is like, how do you at times get over self-doubt? The name of my clothing brand is Latin for he, she, or it will live forever. But the deeper meaning behind Vivette is to not be boxed in to what society is trying to only box you in. That's why this journal is so important, because it's not about the designs and the cool denim and all that other stuff. It's more about the meaning.
Showing off his personal sketchbook here in Vivette Journal, which he now carries everywhere, filled with pages of handwritten notes and inspiration. While the internet has only clowned Kai Cenat even more for this and called out how corny and performative some see it, the backlash didn't stop there.
For the past few weeks, I have been uploading videos to my secret channel this entire time. And if you guys want to see what has been going on, click the top link in the description. It's called Kai's Mind, or follow my private page on IG, KC3 Hidden, so you guys can see every single thing I've been working on. Other than that, I appreciate and love everybody so much.
Closing out his video by revealing this other previously secret channel called Kai's Mind, where, like we can see, Kai had been consistently uploading these unedited videos of him performing basic daily tasks, from working out to better my health recorded in his gym, 50-second selfie videos just speaking his mind from bed, recorded off his iPhone though in 240p, and remember this dude is a multi-millionaire.
If you're watching right now, you are witnessing me making my channel right here, right now. You feel what I'm saying? Hold on, oh my gosh.
I often care about what people think, and I've done it for the longest since I started making content, and it's so whack. It's so whack. Like, the thought of caring what people think is so messed up, because in 100 years or in a lot of years from now, we are going to die eventually.
And then, of course, the countless uploads of Kai simply reading books out loud to the camera in an effort to improve his literacy, and even showing us how much of an overachiever he is by reading past the timer.
You can use pair a new habit with a specific time and location. The implementation intention formula is I will behavior and time and location. Habit stacking is a strategy you can use to pair a new habit with a current habit. The habit stacking formula is after current habit, I will new habit, and that is time. Comedy 123, December 24th. Stating again, I am reading to articulate myself better for the future.
On one hand, Kai Cenat performing simple activities like reading and working out were low-key influential to the millions of kids who look up to him. However, for the other side of the internet who had had enough of him, this feels like one of those documentaries about someone struggling on their journey to the top, except it's just Kai Cenat acting like he can't buy a new machine if it breaks. Reads this viral tweet under a video of Kai sewing. This is exactly what performative looks like.
It's getting really hard to say that Kai Cenat isn't performative because look at this video that just came out from Fashion Week. He brought his notebook with him and he's making sure that everyone sees it. The one thing I don't understand about this notebook is that why does it look so old? He's only had it for like a month. He definitely made it look old on purpose. Like, you can't tell me this isn't performative.
I never really got to explain this journal clearly, so I'm going to start being transparent. Kai posted in March. This journal was gifted to me in October of last year when I started to learn how clothes are made. I decided to document everything I've been learning by writing and putting Polaroids in it, and I've carried this with me ever since. I feel like I need to share it with you guys. Yet, although the negativity around Kai and his new clothing brand has only continued to flood in, when asked by TMZ recently about his new career path,
You're doing new things. Everyone thought you were done streaming. Now you drop a clothing line. How's it feel to do like something totally new that people ain't, about to see different sides of you?
It feels fun to just do a new skill, like just develop it for fun. Like, I'm actually having a lot of fun right now. It's clothes, like you gotta indulge in it as much as possible. That's why I had to take a step back from streaming to do what I gotta do.
At least as he claims, Kai is having fun in his new lane of fashion, and honestly this is what makes his disappearance even more fascinating. Because rather than falling off or getting cancelled, Kai Cenat broke records that didn't even seem obtainable on Twitch, turned his bedroom into a celebrity clubhouse, but then right at his peak, he decided that he wanted to venture into something drastically different. Not to mention also kicking off his big screen acting career as well, cast in the new Scary Movie 6 hitting theaters in June. Whether or not Kai Cenat's new career change succeeds or totally flops, one thing is for sure. Kai wants to prove he is more than just a streamer.
I have dreams to not only act, but direct and write my own short film and movies.
After years of constantly being on camera and entertaining millions of viewers nonstop, to the point where you even have to be funny in your sleep.
Hey, stop, go! What the
The truth is, despite all of the global fame, records, and status, Kai Cenat's success came at the cost of something greater, his mental health. And combined with also a very public breakup, you can't blame Kai for wanting a break. However, while some fans believe that this post in May was him teasing a return around the corner, maybe the real question though isn't when he will go live, but whether the Kai who comes back will still be the same streamer the world fell in love with.